Roundup stories. Attorney General Ken Paxton says Google will pay Texas $1.4 billion to settle a lawsuit accusing the tech giant of collecting user data without permission. This suit was filed back in 2022, claiming the company was gathering millions of biometric identifiers, including voice prints and face geometry, through services like Google Photo and Nest Hub. In a statement, a company spokesperson said the agreement settles old claims, some of which are related to policies that have already been changed. This follows two other settlements between the state and Google and a settlement with Meta. In December of 2023, they agreed to pay $700 million to settle a lawsuit accusing them of stifling competition against its Android app store. And last year, Facebook parent company Meta agreed to $1.4 billion to settle a Texas lawsuit accusing them of using biometric data of users, of course, without their permission. Meanwhile, Mexico, they are suing Google over its relabeling of the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum made the announcement, but she didn't provide any of the details in the lawsuit. Mexico's Foreign Relations Ministry had previously sent letters to Google asking it to not label the water as the Gulf of America. The change was made after an executive order by President Trump. The state lawmakers, they have passed a bill that would ban citizens of China, Iran, Russia, and North Korea from owning property here in Texas. Senate Bill 17 gives Governor Abbott the ability to expand the list of restricted countries, Republicans say this is needed to limit countries designated as national security threats. Democrats, they call this bill discriminatory, and they say it threatens the rights of legal immigrants to own property. SB 17 now heads to the Texas Senate for final approval on amendments before being sent to the governor's desk. Car dealerships across the country, they're bracing for price increases because of the Trump administration's tariff policies. Fox's Tom Zika has more.
On auto dealer lots across the country, vehicles sit ready for sale before sticker prices rise any higher.
We're seeing a lot of activity on the showroom floor. We're seeing a lot of folks trying to rush in, take advantage of what's on the ground, take advantage of the rebates.
None of our cars right now, the cars on our lot, none of them have seen price increases.
Houston Auto Dealers Association Chairman Stephen Wolf says that is likely to change sometime this summer if the president does not budge on imposing his sweeping tariffs. Automakers that are equally concerned about having to raise prices are taking the opportunity to encourage sales now with aggressive incentives like employee pricing, rebates, and financing that are making a vehicle purchase more attractive for potential buyers. And as pre-tariff inventory dwindles, dealers are left to wonder how long manufacturers will hold off raising prices.
I would say for the first 30 to 90 days, we're going to see them absorb it until they kind of feel it out and see what happens.
Once this inventory is depleted, I think you're going to see some changes to the price and to the deal. So my advice to anyone, and this is what I would tell anyone coming in that thinking about buying a car, if you're thinking about buying a car, you need to change that thought into an action because it's going to cost you more down the road.